Hey guys, we're back again. This time another little tool haul from China. This time from the AliExpress website. Guys, I kind of just made this video just to show you that you don't have to spend huge amounts of money to get kind of decent quality, kind of handy tools, just to have around the home or just to have in your toolbox. If you're looking to build up a toolbox quickly with cheap tools, AliExpress is probably the way to go. Everything you see here kind of costs just slightly over €40. So for what you're getting, I think it's reasonable value. Some of them are good quality. I was actually quite impressed with a good few of these tools. And as I said in a previous video, I'm putting a toolkit together for my nephew. He's recently moved and he's moving into a new property, and I'm sick of him borrowing my tools. So I said I'd put him a kind of a box together for a housewarming present with a couple of handy tools to get him going, and something that he can probably service his own car with. So yeah, I suppose we'll get into it, guys. The most expensive item you see here was the 1/4-inch socket and ratchet set at the back there. That came in at just over €12. I was actually happy enough with the quality of this when I got it. I was saying to myself, oh, I wonder what it'd be like for that price. But it's actually really nice. A nice little ratchet. It's actually a 72 tooth ratchet. And it's nice high quality chrome on it as well. With a nice soft grip handle. So I was well impressed with that for the price. Nice mechanism. Quick release function. Not bad for the money. The bits, they're kind of just standard bits. Check the tolerances out on them. They're actually quite good. And they range from a 4mm up to a 14mm. That would actually be a lovely toolkit. You could actually shorten it down a bit, cut it off there. But that'd be nice for anyone that's into cycling, just to throw it into a little tool bag. A nice little extension bar on it as well, with a knurled grip. So yeah, you can't go wrong for that. €12 for those. That wasn't bad. That was the most expensive thing I got in that little haul. The next most expensive items were the Allen key and torque set that I bought. And guys, for the price of these, I actually might pick these up again for myself. I was actually very surprised at the quality in these for the price, especially the Torx. You know, anyone that's into tools knows that the Torx bits, they ain't cheap, and it's always handy to have them. Like, more and more modern cars, you're coming across this more and more often, the Torx heads, and also now the Torx sockets. But, you know, it's always handy to have them. Like, even for just home maintenance now, there's items that you come across every day now that have Torx bits in them, as opposed to, say, a normal screw or an Allen key head. So they're always handy to have. And, you know, it ranges there from a Torx 10 all the way up to a Torx 50, which was nice. I thought it'll get them going anyway. So yeah, nice quality, good material in those. I used them out just to try them out, and yeah, I was impressed with them. So as I said, I'll probably pick up another set of them for a quick grab and go bag or something. The same, the Allen keys, really nice. The Allen keys are longer now than the Torx, only slightly. But yeah, you can see there, nice quality in those. I was impressed with those for the money. Worth picking up. They are from Dyslexia. Delexi. There's a couple of stores that are selling those. They kind of like they seem to be a generic brand. Like there's I've seen them in the same kind of packaging, but different manufacturer names on them or something. So there must be just some factory churning these out and selling them on. But that company actually seemed to have a couple of electrical tools, screwdrivers and stuff. So any electricians there, go on to AliExpress, just search that name and you'll see a host of different tools that company makes. Next item, the next most expensive item then, guys, was actually this, to be honest. This was €5. It's just a generic kind of 1/4-inch bit holder and a 1/4-inch drive socket holder. I have seen this ratchet in a couple of more expensive sets, so I reckon it's just a company that's probably making them for, you know, I won't mention company names, but I have seen this, and I would say, if I was to put money on it, I would say it is the same ratchet. Nice mechanism in it. I was very impressed with this for the price. Well, it wasn't too cheap, €5, but I have seen it cheaper. And I just want to tell you guys, any of you that are unfamiliar with the Chinese websites, they have a day, it's like their Black Friday, it's 11/11 they call it, and they reduce stuff by an awful lot. So this is kind of why I wanted to make this video, was for the 11/11 sales coming up. If you go onto AliExpress, you'll probably see a lot of this stuff for even cheaper again. Plus another lot of other good tools on there too. So yeah, that was nice. I have to say, that wasn't a bad purchase either. Next to that is just a kind of a lower profile, just a bit holder. It kind of has the old school drive mechanism in it. It's, you know, it's not going to break, but if you got a couple of low profile bits and stuck it into that, you have a nice handy tool. And it is magnetized. But I just said I'd pick that up for him, you know, you can have that in a spike tool kit or whatever. Just handy to kind of have it. Now, this one, I was actually really impressed with this for the price. This is $2.50. Again, it's just a generic kind of a bit holder, but it came off the Wenzi tool store. They have it marketed as a red directional connecting rod screw drill. So that's the way things are kind of put on AliExpress. You know, there's no kind of proper name for it. But what attracted me to this was, if you can see, if you slide this piece forward, it's not only a normal bit driver, but it actually will give you the ball joint in it, and you'll be able to get into nice awkward spaces there. So if you were using this with a screw gun, you know, if you are putting a cabinet together or something like that, and anyone that's kind of used a screw gun in a tight space, they know you can't really get in because your screw gun actually holds you away from getting at the screw. But with this, it gives you a little bit of extra reach, plus you can screw it in at an angle. So I thought that was a handy one to have. I'll probably pick a couple of those up for myself. Like for the price, $2.50, it's actually good quality. And when that's locked down, there is a little bit of wobble in it, but you could use that as a standard bit, screw gun bit holder. But for that, it's worth it to me, I think, anyway. Nice handy tool. I said, when I seen it, I said, I'd pick it up. So yeah, that was nice. Seems good quality as well. Now, the next on the list, these kind of reminded me of the vessel ball ratchet and screwdrivers. This was only $3.50, guys, and I actually only used this yesterday. I had a door to fix, and I said, sure, I'll try it out, see what it's like. And I was well impressed. You know, it comes with a Phillips head and a straight head on the other side. And again, that can adjust in, if you can see the kind of ridges on it, it can adjust into different depths. So you can kind of have it like all the way in or extend it. And it feels a decent mechanism. It goes both ways, and then you have a center stop which just locks it solid. And I have to say, like, I used that on a couple of big screws yesterday, and there was no wear on the bit. The bit seemed to hold well on a couple of posi drive screws, and yeah, it was really nice. And it also comes with a longer bit. You can probably see it's a much smaller kind of Phillips head, and the same straight bit. Handy for, you know, electrical equipment and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a much longer bit, as you can see. But again, like, just for handiness sake, for having it, €3. It seems decent, guys. It's not bad for the price, I have to say that. And that is made by a company. This company now seems to have a couple of tools. I'll just grab this from the list again. Bear with me 1 second. You can actually see the name of it there, but it's, what's it? It's Erja Tool Store. But that's an R there, the kind of squiggly one. So it's AIRAJ, and they have a complete tool store with a lot of stuff on it. And like, for the price, sorry, it wasn't even €3.50. It was €3.02, and it's really good quality. I was actually really impressed with that one for the price. So yeah, that's worth picking up. Even to have a couple of those, you know. And then lastly, sorry, not lastly, the next item we have, I'm kind of into building models as well myself, and I just picked this up. It's kind of, if any of you are into modeling, it's kind of, it's very like a Tamiya clippers. It's handy to have, and, you know, not only can you use it for modeling, but like you can use that for like getting off, what you call them, tie wraps and stuff like that. A nice little snibs, basically. And again, I was really impressed with the quality of that. That was only €3 as well. Like, I know the Tamiya ones are very expensive, but that, like, I just seen that and I said I'd pick that up for myself. Just handy to have. So yeah, that's just one I threw in there. And again, this guy's was €3 also, just the digital calipers. Looks very familiar to me. It looks exactly like the Parkside one I bought for €5. But there was no battery in this, so it's probably going to cost me another €2 to get a battery for it. But again, it's not bad. It's plastic. But for the price, if you want something just for fine measurement, you can't go wrong with that. Now, guys, just to talk about kind of the Chinese tools, like, I know it's nice to support kind of companies, and these are all kind of just generic tools that I'm showing you here today. They're cheap. They probably manufacture tools for other companies under more name brands, but again, you can get them cheaper without having a name on them. And as I showed you here, like, some of these are actually decent quality tools. They're not bad, so I wouldn't be put off by that. If some of you are kind of dubious about buying from AliExpress, I've bought a lot of stuff off AliExpress and I've never had any problems. They're always good at refunding money if anything is sent and it's broke. You know, I can't knock it. Like, to me, it's as good as any of the other websites out there. Just things tend to take a bit longer to get to you. Like, I have to say now, in fairness, they've got a lot quicker. Like, I ordered all this stuff about a week ago, and it's already here from China. It obviously came by air. Now, sometimes you could be waiting a month or more, but you know, if you're not in a rush to get kind of cheap tools, I can highly recommend AliExpress. But yeah, so that's basically it for this video, guys. If you stay tuned, I've ordered a gear wrench 3/8 ratchet, and it was just from one of the subscribers. I've been saying, if you watched my other video about the SATA tools, I think SATA is gear wrench, only marketed for kind of more for Europe. Gear wrench seems to be more for the US market. It's kind of hard for us to get hold of it here in Europe. But I, myself, looking at the tools, I haven't held them or seen them in person yet. I think SATA is gear wrench, and I'm nearly 100% it is. They're both owned by Apex Tool Company, and I would say these wrenches are coming out of the same factory. So I'm going to get this ratchet, take it apart, and we'll compare the insides of them with the SATA, just for my own mind, and just for maybe any of you living in Europe and you can't get the gear wrench ratchets. It might be a nice little comparison just to do. Like, as I said, the SATA brand is very cheap. The gear wrench is also cheap, but it's a little bit more expensive and it's harder to get your hands on. So we'll compare the two of those, see what we're looking at. So that's it, guys. Yeah, so stay tuned, and if you could like and subscribe, will help grow the channel, and I'll do a couple of more reviews. And as I said, we've a few more projects coming up, so keep tuned.